Welcome back to Bao News Network. We are actually tracking what's become now, once again, upgraded to Tropical Storm Fred. It's actually pulling away from the southwest corner of coast of Florida and heading towards the Florida Panhandle. We anticipate that it's going to be impacting counties and areas such just south of Tallahassee. And of course, once it crosses over the panhandle, it will actually make its way into the region of Alabama as well as and southern Tennessee. We're also tracking Tropical Storm Grace, and Tropical Storm Grace is just located approximately just south of Puerto Rico at this time. And then, based on our Doppler radar, we can clearly see that it's actually um, uh, now impacting Puerto Rico pretty significantly. If we take a look at the radar imagery, we do see some really powerful cells as this system makes its way across Puerto Rico, bringing with it significant amount of rainfall, even impacting surrounding islands such as St. Croix and other islands in the vicinity of Puerto Rico. But this system is quite extensive, and it also is coming down with. There are some reports of hail as well as very very strong winds. Some of the cells are actually moving at approximately west northwest at about 22 knots, as we can see. So we're actually tracking some of the cells directly in this system as it makes its way. We anticipate that in a few hours it will clear Puerto Rico and then start impacting the island of Hispaniola, and start impacting Dominican Republic as well as Haiti. Um, our hearts and prayers go out to the Haitian people. So far, over 700 people have perished as a result of the 7.2 earthquake that was impacting the region near Port-au-Prince, Haiti, only recently. So, unfortunately, the Haitian people will be impacted by Tropical Storm Grace as it makes its way over the island of Hispaniola. We do see it quite possibly that it's going to possibly interact with a very mountainous region of the region. So we anticipate that what will actually happen is that may become quite disorganized as it makes its way into that area. But we are tracking Tropical Storm Grace on the radar to see exactly how strong the cells are. We're seeing quite a bit of very, very powerful lightning strikes, as well as significant rainfall that is actually inundating the island of Puerto Rico at this time. So we're definitely hoping that there's not a lot of significant flooding, which has been a situation with previous tropical storms in Puerto Rico. So we're actually taking a closer look at that. As we take a closer look at Florida, we see Tropical Storm Fred actually making its way away from the Doppler radar, picking up through Key West, and we do see some really powerful disturbance with very powerful cells heading with. Fred is moving at about 40 miles per hour. The pressure has dropped to about 1007 millibars, and it's moving north northwest at about 12 miles an hour. You can actually see those the lines of the path of those cells within the thunderstorm system as it moves its way off of the coast of Florida. But we are tracking both these systems. As we take a closer look at Tropical Storm Grace, the cone has actually shifted quite a bit now, where we anticipate that it will be in the center of the Gulf of Mexico sometime around early Friday morning, at which point it's still a little bit too certain to see exactly where it may impact, but that's going to mean that it's going to be sufficient amount of ample energy so that it will actually feed off of the very warm energy of the Gulf of Mexico, which will possibly intensify it before it actually makes landfall somewhere along the southeastern coast of either possibly Louisiana or Texas. But it remains to be seen as far as where exactly this tropical storm will start to impact the continental United States. But we do see a significant path over land at this particular time with this particular update, where it's just to the southwest of Puerto Rico, and going to be impacting overnight, starting overnight, Dominican Republic, and then throughout the day it will start impacting Haiti, and then we anticipate in the morning of Tuesday it will still be impacting Haiti, but it will also be impacting the very southeast corner of Cuba. So we'll continue to track the developments with Tropical Storm Fred and Tropical Storm Grace. Just one more look at the Doppler radar for Puerto Rico. Some very, very powerful cells that are actually over the island making their way across. And we anticipate that with the next update, we'll be able to see if the pressure is actually dropping for Tropical Storm Grace. It's going to be another round of possibly significant flooding for folks in not only Puerto Rico but Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic received quite a bit of heavy flooding, suffered a significant amount of flooding as a result of the very, very most previous storm that we are tracking, and now they're going to be inundated with even more rain. So we anticipate that the flooding advisory risk is going to be very, very elevated for the residents of Dominican Republic as this system moves across the area, bringing with it up to 8 to 10 inches of rain in some localities. So we'll continue to monitor this system as far as Tropical Storm Grace as well as Tropical Storm Fred. As far as Florida is concerned, we're looking at a touchdown possibly around late night Monday for the region just west of Tallahassee, and in the region of Panama City possibly, as this system is going to bring a significant amount of rain not only to the Florida Panhandle but also to the region of Alabama, moving as it moves its way through Alabama, through northern Georgia into Tennessee. It's going to bring a significant amount of rainfall and possibly even additional flooding as the system moves onshore. So we'll continue to monitor these two tropical storms that are posing a threat to the United States simultaneously, and as we get more information, we'll provide it to you here at Bow News Network. Please make sure that you go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this video, and look for future updates as we continue to monitor these systems, as well as severe weather in the region of the continental United States. We are looking at some marginal risk as far as thunderstorm activity in the region of Kansas and Oklahoma and northern Texas. So thank you for tuning in to Bow News Network. We hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful remaining of the weekend going into Sunday afternoon. And stay tuned to Bow News Network for the latest tracking of Tropical Storm Grace as well as Tropical Storm Fred. And have a great day, and always remember to bow to the weather. Thank you so much.